when I graduated from OU in the spring of '66, I wanted more than anything to go do something away from the world of academia and not go work for my dad, who owns the Shawnee Milling Company. I took ROTC. We had a captain by the ROTC instructor that had been to Vietnam, and I asked him what would be the best way to serve my country if I went to Vietnam. He instantly said, be a helicopter pilot, and that's just what I did. On 21 January of '68, when we were to leave a compound that was under siege, that was kind of a listening post for Quezon. And this was right before the Quezon came under siege. And this listening post was a place called Hung Hoa. And we went out to resupply them and got two of us and got under enormous amount of fire. And the other aircraft door gunner got shot, and so I completed my mission by going in a little bit different route and unloading and helping those guys out. We completed that mission, and when we came back, I knew they were still in a terrible world of hurt. They even said on the way out, Black Cat, you cannot believe what's coming up at you. North Vietnamese were waiting for us that day, at that time. All the troops we put in were, I don't think any of them survived. I was told nobody survived after 5 minutes after landing. And we lost one helicopter, we lost some good men, and it was really a tough day. It really was. That machine was made by Bell Helicopter, and we call it the Bell Hotel because we spent all of our time in it. You know, anytime we shut down in the friendly landing zone, we had right there. We'd sit there in the cargo section and eat our chow, and we were in it day and night. We were refueling, and you can see you just got through taking the fuel hose out, and I had gotten out to stretch, and I went out and I patted that Black Cat, and apparently I said this out loud. I said, "You big son of a bitch, you got me back again." And my co-pilot overheard me, and he said, "Hey boss, let me take your picture." And I hesitated. I said, "You know, that's not a bad idea," because I didn't have hardly any pictures of me. I honestly thought, I wonder if this was going to be the last time I even have a picture made. I said, I better have a picture of me over here of some sort. And I read in there that the aircraft of which he went to go visit was with the 282nd Assault. I immediately just froze and thought, how could this possibly be? I looked up the man who has the helicopter. His name is mentioned in here. Found out his phone number, information, called him up, and said that I'm sure I flew that helicopter. And he said, I was hoping I'd hear from one of you guys. I said, well, I'm sure I am, but I'm going to verify it. I said, what's the tail number? And he told me the last three digits were 754. And so I called our unit historian, and I said, tell me about 754. Was that in our platoon? And he said, oh yeah. He said it was the 2nd platoon, which I was in, and the crew chief was Joe Sumner. I thought, holy cow. It is, for sure. No question about it. It was one I flew. I felt like I was being reunited with a machine that I just have so much respect. I expected to see it fully intact and in good shape, and that's what I found. And I immediately looked at that left seat, looked at the cockpit, and I don't know if I even said anything. All I did, I walked over and I opened up the left the door and got in the cockpit. And everything was there. Everything was intact, including the smell. I can't imagine anybody having a better feeling of satisfaction of serving your country in a time of war than being a helicopter pilot.